In the early 1900s, people started seeing strange things in the sky. These sightings were often reported by ordinary citizens who were simply going about their daily lives. They would look up and see objects that defied explanation, sparking a mix of wonder and fear. The skies, once a symbol of freedom and vastness, suddenly seemed filled with unknown possibilities. They described them as disc-shaped or cigar-shaped objects that could fly in ways no one had ever seen. These objects moved with incredible speed and agility, performing maneuvers that seemed impossible with the technology of the time. Witnesses often spoke of the object's ability to hover silently, dart away at incredible speeds, or change direction abruptly, leaving no trace behind. These weird sightings made people very curious. Communities would gather to discuss what they had seen, sharing stories and speculating about the nature of these mysterious objects. Some people were excited by the possibility of discovering something new and extraordinary, while others were frightened by the unknown. The sightings became a topic of fascination and debate, drawing the attention of both the public and the media. Some people thought these objects might be secret weapons made by countries like the United States or the Soviet Union during a time when they didn't trust each other. This was the era of intense geopolitical tension known as the Cold War, where both superpowers were engaged in a fierce competition for technological and military superiority. The idea that these sightings could be advanced military aircraft was a plausible explanation for many, adding a layer of intrigue and fear to the already mysterious phenomena. Others, like a man named Donald Keyhoe, believed the US Air Force knew these were spaceships from other planets, but were keeping it a secret. Keyhoe, a former Marine Corps officer and aviation expert, became one of the most vocal proponents of the extraterrestrial hypothesis. He argued that the government was engaged in a massive cover-up to prevent public panic and to study the advanced technology of these visitors in secret. His books and articles fueled public interest and suspicion, making him a central figure in the UFO community. There were even stories about mysterious men in black who would silence anyone who talked about seeing these UFOs. These shadowy figures were said to visit witnesses, often intimidating them into silence with threats or bribes. The men in black became a part of UFO folklore, representing the darker side of the mystery. They were depicted as government agents, or possibly even extraterrestrial beings themselves, tasked with keeping the truth hidden from the public. These stories added an element of conspiracy and danger to the already enigmatic phenomenon of UFO sightings. But nothing sparked people's imaginations like what happened in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. It all started in the summer of '47 when people found strange debris on a ranch near Roswell. The military first said it was just a weather balloon, but people started saying it was from a crashed alien spaceship. Some people even said they saw the bodies of strange beings that didn't look human. Whether it was aliens or just a big misunderstanding, Roswell changed how people thought about UFOs forever. With everyone talking about UFOs, it's hard not to get caught up in the excitement and mystery. From casual conversations at coffee shops to heated debates on social media, the topic of unidentified flying objects has captured the public's imagination like never before. People are sharing their own sightings, speculating about alien life, and questioning what the government really knows. In response to this growing curiosity and concern, the US government started its own investigations. They wanted to get to the bottom of these mysterious sightings and determine if there was any threat to national security. The government's involvement added a layer of legitimacy to the phenomenon, making it a topic of serious discussion. Military personnel were often the first to report these sightings, using radar and other advanced technology to track unidentified objects. They wanted to know if these things in the sky were dangerous and what they really were. Were they advanced aircraft from other countries or something even more extraordinary? One famous investigation was called Project Blue Book. This project was a systematic study of UFOs conducted by the United States Air Force. It aimed to scientifically analyze UFO data and determine if these sightings posed any threat to national security. Project Blue Book lasted from 1952 to 1969, spanning nearly 2 decades. During this time, the project collected and analyzed thousands of reports, making it one of the most comprehensive studies of UFOs ever conducted. They looked at over 12,000 UFO sightings. Each report was meticulously documented and investigated, with teams of experts analyzing everything from eyewitness accounts to radar data. The goal was to find logical explanations for these sightings and to determine if any posed a real threat. They said most of them were just airplanes, things in space, or even hoaxes. Many sightings could be attributed to misidentified aircraft, weather balloons, or astronomical phenomena. Some were even deliberate hoaxes, created by people seeking attention or trying to deceive others. But some cases remained unexplained. Despite their best efforts, investigators couldn't find a logical explanation for a small percentage of sightings. These unsolved cases continue to intrigue and baffle both experts and the public. A lot of people still think the government isn't telling us everything about UFOs. Conspiracy theories abound, with many believing that the truth is being hidden from the public. They argue that the government knows more than it's letting on and that there are secrets yet to be revealed. They think the government is hiding something, whether it's advanced technology, evidence of extraterrestrial life, or something else entirely. The suspicion remains. The debate over UFOs continues, fueled by a mix of curiosity, skepticism, and the enduring human desire to seek the truth. Some people believe the government has secret programs about UFOs. These theories have been around for decades, fueled by various incidents and sightings that remain unexplained. The idea that the government might be hiding something from the public is both intriguing and unsettling. They say these programs are top secret and we only know about them because people have leaked documents or told stories about them. Whistleblowers have come forward, risking their careers and even their lives to share what they claim to know. These individuals often describe a shadowy world of hidden agendas and covert operations. One of these alleged programs is called Kona Blue. According to some sources, Kona Blue is a highly classified initiative that deals with extraterrestrial phenomena. The program is said to operate out of undisclosed locations, with access restricted to only the highest levels of government and military personnel. Some believe it's run by the Department of Homeland Security and that they collect and study alien life forms. The idea is that these entities are not only being studied, but also possibly being kept in secure facilities. Scientists allegedly work around the clock to understand the biology and technology of these beings. There are also rumors about the government having crashed UFOs and studying their technology. These stories often include detailed accounts of retrieval operations where military teams are dispatched to recover debris and any potential extraterrestrial occupants. The technology found in these crashes is said to be far beyond our current understanding. It's hard to know what to believe, but all these stories make people wonder if the government knows more than they're letting on. The fascination with UFOs and government cover-ups continues to grow, with new theories and alleged evidence emerging all the time. Whether these stories are true or not, they capture the imagination and fuel a sense of mystery and curiosity about what might be out there. Newspapers, TV and movies have all influenced how we think about UFOs. Early on, newspapers would print crazy stories about flying saucers, which made people even more curious and scared. Then came TV shows and movies about aliens, some friendly, some not so much. All of this has made us both fascinated by and afraid of UFOs. Because we don't have all the answers about UFOs, people have come up with their own theories, some of which sound pretty wild. Some people believe the government is hiding the truth about aliens. Others think the government made deals with aliens to get their technology. While these theories are interesting, it's important to be careful about what we believe. Just because something sounds exciting doesn't mean it's true. For years, people have been trying to find out the truth about UFOs. The government hasn't always been open about what it knows. When Project Blue Book closed in 1969, many people were disappointed that the government wasn't looking into UFOs anymore. But others didn't give up. They wanted answers. Recently, the government seems more willing to talk about UFOs. They even created new groups like the Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group in 2020 and the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office in 2022 to study them. More and more scientists are now studying UFOs. They want to use science to figure out what these things are. They're using radar, sensors, and cameras to study UFO sightings. They're also using computers to help them understand the data. Hopefully, by using science, we can learn more about UFOs and finally get some real answers. There's a lot of information out there about UFOs, and it can be hard to know what to believe. That's why it's important to think critically. Don't believe everything you hear or read. Ask questions. Consider different points of view. Don't just look for information that supports what you already believe. By thinking critically, we can have better conversations about UFOs and hopefully get closer to the truth.